What's good, everybody? It is your boy, Coach Chris, with Desire for Iron Fitness. I'm talking to you right now about my specific training program, what I do, how I think it would help most people out there around our age group get into really fantastic shape. All right, I'm talking mainly about the people in their late 30s, early to late 40s, and beyond. All right, I myself am 48 years old. I've been using this particular workout program, or at least the split itself, for, I don't know, a little bit over a year, maybe 2 years now, and it seems to work really well for me. Somewhat of a backstory, I used to train 6 days a week, hitting each body part twice per week. So Monday would be, I think Monday was legs, and then so was Thursday, all right? Tuesday was chest, and so was Friday. Saturday was back, and so was Saturday. No, wait, I'm sorry. Wednesday was back, and so was Saturday, so on and so forth, right? It worked okay, but the one thing that was really missing, that was hurting me in more ways than one, was a chance for my muscles to rest and the chance for my neurological system to rest. Now, granted, when you're in the gym, you're providing the stimulus for your muscles to grow. You're providing a reason for your muscles to grow, because your muscles are under stress and your body gets the signal, hey, muscles, you better get stronger and perhaps bigger, and maybe even, create a couple more fibers so we can handle the stress that this idiot is putting us in, right? But in order to do that, it needs rest, and it needs the proper nutrients, which are the building blocks for those muscles to be made and to get strong. Now, some of you might be saying, yeah, but so-and-so trains twice per week, and so-and-so does this, so-and-so does that. Okay, let's look into that. First of all, are they younger? Are they in their 20s? Well, if they're in their 20s, they've got a lot more testosterone running through their veins than you might if you're in your 40s. Are they on performance-enhancing drugs? Which, by the way, if that's what you want to do, God bless you. That's up to you, right? If that's not what you're doing, you really have to consider some other things like more rest, more recuperation. Why not give your muscles the extra 1 or 2 days to get the rest that they need? So here's what I finally did once I realized perhaps my coach, Rob Goodwin, was right when he says, Chris, you're overtraining. I had only hired him as my diet coach at the time, but he still took it upon himself as a very altruistic and great guy to give me other advice. Boom. Now let's cut to the chase. Mondays, leg day. Tuesday, shoulders and triceps. Wednesday, it's back, traps, rear delts. I know I said shoulders on Tuesdays, right? Well, I use rear delts as a pull movement. Thursday, I take off, and Friday is chest and arms. Now, what I love about this programming is it gives me some flexibility if I need it. All right, let's say, for example, Monday I'm going to be out in Chicago, but thankfully, it's not going to affect me. But let's say I was traveling somewhere that day. Let's say Monday I'm traveling to Chicago. Well, now I still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday if I need it, but I don't like going to the gym on Sunday. It's kind of a religious thing for me. I still have those days, so I can move things around within my work week and not have it affect me too much. Is it going to affect me because maybe I only get 6 days to relax between the exercises? Trust me, that extra 24 hours isn't going to do anything. But don't move things around too much, because then you're never going to have a consistent schedule. I try to stay consistent 99.9% of the time, but I like having that flexibility only when necessary type of thing. All right, so there's my split. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, Friday, right? Now, Monday, legs. Why do I put Monday on legs? Mondays already suck. Why am I making an extra element of suck by doing it on Monday? Well, because if I'm going to be sore throughout the week because my legs are hurting, I'd rather it be sore when I have to work. Because as much as I love my job, my weekends are more important. My weekends are when I'm hanging out with my wife, maybe taking her out dancing, or I have stuff going on with my band and I having to play with my band. I want to be as limber as possible for those moments. I don't give a crap if it hurts to sit down in my office chair at work. I'm getting paid whether it hurts or not. But my leisure time is more important to me. So Monday or legs. Using compound movements. I'm doing squats. All right. I'm doing leg presses if I really can't get to a squat, but I prefer squats over that. Doing leg extensions. I'm doing Romanian deadlifts, and I'm doing leg curls. I'm doing calf raises. Now, my workout program on Monday for leg day is usually this. 3 sets for the first exercise, 2 sets for warm up. The last set, I almost went with the middle finger to put it up there. Last set is my kick my ass set. That's my set to failure. So I'm going to superset typically. Leg extensions into squats. Next, I'm going to move over to my hamstrings. Notice I'm not staying in the gym long. All right. You have a sliding scale. You can either go high volume or you can go high intensity. You can't do both. I believe that both exercise programs have their merits, and whichever one you're going to stick to is the one that's going to work best. I personally believe that high intensity gives you more bang for your buck with results and with time management, because we only have so many hours in the day, and as much as I would love to be in the gym 6-7 hours a day, I still have to spend time with my family and people I love, and that's a little bit more important to me, even if just by a little bit, than being in the gym all day. So, okay, high intensity. Next up is my hamstrings. Typically, just doing leg curls and Romanian deadlifts. Superset, typically. If the gym is too crowded and supersetting is going to make you that dickhead that's taking up equipment that other people want to use at the moment, don't do it. Otherwise, do it. Supersets save time, they stimulate muscle growth, they kick your ass. But I'm only doing 2 sets. I'm going to do my warm-up set, then I'm going to do my kill myself sweat set. Next, I'm going up to calves. 1 set for a warm-up, sometimes 2 if my calves are feeling like it needs it. And I'm just going to do calf presses. Usually I'm going to do calf press on the angled leg press machine. Done. That's it. Next, I'm going into my shoulders on Tuesday. Shoulders, again, high intensity training, brief and intense, and triceps. And then also I'll do ab work on this day because I have the extra time. Shoulders, side lateral raise, superset into Arnold press, or standing barbell press if you're not having problems. I injured my left shoulder many years ago in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu incident where I was too proud to tap out when the guy really had me dead to rights on an arm bar. And I think I had injured it a couple of years prior to in a pool incident, carrying my son in one arm and holding onto the rail, slipping, and then grabbing that bad boy and pulling myself back up before my kid hit his head on the steps. So getting closer to 50, I got to recognize that my muscles might not want to do presses that hurt. So that's where the Arnold press comes in. I feel like it, with that extra little bit of stretch in the front deltoid, it doesn't hurt so much. 2 sets for warm up, 1 set to kick my ass. Next, I'm doing front dumbbell raises. 2 sets, 1 set for warm up, 1 set to kick my ass. Next, we're coming up to triceps. I was doing supersets of tricep pushdowns with either a rope or taking single and going across like this, and then I was going right into body weight dips. Well, remember that shoulder injury? I think I was aggravating it. So now I'm doing the push downs, and then I'll try to do some sort of overhead bad boy. Usually you can't superset that. It's going to be too difficult. But 2 sets for a warm up, as you were. 1 set for the warm up, 1 set kick your butt, be done. Abs, reverse crunches, rope crunch, or ab machine. It's too difficult to try to superset that. So just go 2 sets. 1 set to warm up, 1 set to failure. You're done. All right, now back, traps, rear deltoids. This workout is probably the longest workout, and by this time you are spent, which is why I take that extra day off before I move on to chest day. We're going to do superset pullovers to pull-ups, or lat pull downs, or even reverse grip pull downs. 2 sets to warm up, 1 set to failure. Seated row, 1 set to warm up, 1 set to failure. Hyperextensions, 1 set warm up, 1 set to failure. Sometimes I'm so warmed up by then I can just do 1 good set to failure on the hyperextensions. And I just use my body weight on that sometimes, but when I'm at the top of that extension, I'm going to hold it. You can really feel those muscles in your spinal erectors. Now we move on to dumbbell shrugs, 1 set warm up, 1 set to failure, and then either a face pull or a rear cable crossover, also known as crucifix rows. 1 set warm up, 1 set to failure. Done. Thursday, I am not touching any weights. I am spent. Will I go for a walk? Probably. I got 2 dogs around the house. They love going for walks. They don't follow any sort of 5-day split. They just want to go out for a walk. So I'll probably do something. Friday. Here we're going for the chest and tricep day. All right? So, first exercise, butterfly, followed up with an incline press. 2 sets warm up, 1 set failure. All right? Next, I'm going to do an incline fly Or I'm going to do also what's called like a low cable fly, where instead of the cable crossover from this way, I got my arms. You can see here I got the arms this way. I'm bringing it up. I'll do that. One set warm up, one set failure. For biceps, I prefer just doing a cable curl with just the straight bar, standing cable curl. If that's taken, I'll maybe go for a preacher curl. I caution you on preacher curls, don't go super heavy. It's not, you shouldn't be going super duper heavy at all, risking injury, although you do need to lift heavy things to get the muscles to want to get stronger and bigger. But don't be an idiot. Too many people tear their biceps trying to go, look at me, I'm freaking preacher curling 135 pounds. Good job, numbnuts. Now you just ruined your bicep because you tore it. You're screwed. Okay? Ow. I see those videos on Instagram and I just cringe. And then I finish off with a set of Zotman curls. All right? Usually I'll just do one good set to failure. Sometimes I need to do two because I'm needing to warm up my mind a little bit. That's what some of the times the warm-up set does too, is it warms up your brain housing group, getting ready to kick your ass. So that's it in a nutshell. High intensity workouts to get done with everything a little bit sooner, get on with my life, and move on. Then next you know, it's on to the eating, and it's lots of protein, lots of good quality fat, and limited carbohydrates, and lots of water. Lots and lots of water. Get yourself some rest, go on about your day, kick ass the next day. So there's it in a nutshell. Now, if I know I talked about high intensity. If you are a beginner to weightlifting, high intensity might not be for you yet. I would take a couple months, do 4 sets, okay? Don't try to push yourself to failure right off the bat. Just do 4 sets of each of these exercises, maybe 3, 4 sets of the first exercise and 3 sets of the other. Get familiar with the exercises, push yourself, and when you know that you're ready to really bump up the intensity, then get her done. But I would still caution you to take about 3 months before you start doing those types of things. Simply because your muscles aren't used to it to begin with. There's no need to really go crazy and hurt yourself. The name of the game is to be able to stay in the game for as long as possible. All right, folks. Thank you so much. I'm going to put calendar link to set up a Zoom meeting. Let's work together. Boom, we got my email. I can send you my free booklet, whatever have you. Let's work together. I love you. It's time for you to unleash your champion. God bless you.